know about triads, but then when you play some songs, the chords feel like they are not that filled or that heavy. Well, chances are those are seventh chords that you're dealing with. By the way, my name is Dike Kwenye Beat, and this is the Adala Creative Academy. You're welcome. Today we are dealing with tetrads, okay? So in this video, we're going to talk about how they are really used. Now, to really move very fast, we use the Roman numeral system. I think we talked about that system in one of the previous videos talking about triads. That's the same thing we are going to use. So I think you remember the major scale. We are going to use C major. We can construct a seventh chords based on each of those notes. So for C major, the triad, we are going to have a C major 7. Then for the D minor triad, we are going to have the D minor 7. Then for the E minor, we are going to have the E minor 7. F major, we are going to have the F major 7. G major, we are going to have the G dominant 7. And then the A minor, we are going to have the A minor 7. And the B diminished, we are going to have the B minor 7 flat 5. Okay? So those are the seventh chords, the C major scale. But remember we talked about the A minor, which is the relative minor of this. And on this one, we're going to start from A. And we said it has three flavors. We have the natural one, the harmonic one, and the melodic one. So we can construct a bunch of seventh chords for each of those three flavors of the A minor scale. So the natural one has the same chords as the C major one, only that you start from A instead of C. So for the A minor natural, I think we're going to have the A minor 7th, which is considered to be an C major over A. And that can be also looked at as a 3 major over 1. Next we have the B minor 7th flat 5, which can be looked at as a D minor over B, or a 4 minor over 2. Next we have the C major 7, which is E minor over C, or a 5 over a 3. So we have the D minor 7th, which is an F major over D, but in terms of Roman numerals, we can think of it as a 6 over 4. Next we have the E minor 7th, which is a G over E, but it can also be looked at as a 7 over 5 in terms of the Roman numerals. Next we have the F major 7th, which is A minor over F, or 1 over 6. Then we can go to the G dominant 7, which is a B diminished over G, and that can be considered to be a 2 diminished over a 7. And lastly, the A minor 7, which is our tonic. I think we discussed it in the very beginning. So from there, we can go to the A minor harmonic, okay? So for that one, A minor major 7, the C augmented over A, in terms of Roman numerals. Next we have the B minor 7 flat 5, which can be considered as a D minor over B, or a 4 minor over 2. Next, instead of having the C major 7th as we had it the previous time, I think this time we're going to have the C augmented 7. Why? We no longer have the G, we have the G sharp. So in this case, this can be considered as an E major over C, okay, or a 5 major over 3. Next, we can look at the D minor 7, which hasn't changed. It is still F over D, or 6 over 4. Then we have the E dominant 7, which can be considered as a G sharp diminished over E, or 7 sharp diminished over 5. Next, we can have the F major 7 as an A minor over F, which is a 1 minor over 6. And lastly, we are going to have the G sharp diminished 7, which is considered to be B diminished over G sharp, or 2 diminished over 7 sharp. And lastly, the A minor, I think we've been having it. So that one, I don't think there's a lot of questions about it. Lastly, we look at the A minor melodic scale. So with this one, if we construct tetrads out of each of those notes, we're going to have a minor major 7, the C augmented by A. Next, we have the B minor 7th now, because we no longer have the F, but we have the F sharp. So this one is considered to be a D major over B, or a 4 major over 2. Next, we have the C augmented 7th, as we talked about in a previous scale. And this one is considered to be an E major over C, or a 5 major over 3. Next, we have the D dominant 7. So this one is why we don't have the F, we have the F sharp this time. So this one can be considered as an F sharp diminished over a D, or a 6 sharp diminished over a 4. Next, we have the E dominant 7th, which is considered to be a G sharp diminished over E, or a 7 sharp diminished over a 5. Then we are going to have this as well, which is the F sharp minor 7 flat 5th. Why? Because we have A minor over F sharp, or the 1 over 6 sharp, okay? Next, we have the G sharp minor 7 flat 5th, which can also be considered to be a B minor over a G sharp, or a 2 minor over a 7 sharp, okay? So those are the tetrads that you can build from each note of the scales we've talked about: the major, minor melodic, minor harmonic, and minor natural. And there is a cover of the song All My Life by KCI and Jojo that we've made on this channel. So check it out, because we use this very notation to tell you where seventh chords are occurring. They are always a triad over some number, and that number is the number of the scale. If you look at it, I think it will be more understandable. Next, we also made a PDF of the chords we've been talking about. Check in the description below. The link is there. Download it and take a closer look. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching. Hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any tutorial. Otherwise, see you then. Peace.